Hi guys, welcome back to the Liverpool playthrough. Now the previous episode was an hour-long bore fest. I know. I can only apologise for that. I was trying to get signings done. Some of them worked, some of them failed. In fact, we're actually going to go ahead and put a couple of our signings into today. In fact, all four players I'm having to give numbers to are new signings. So we're away to Stoke. We're going to try the 4-4-1-1 formation, which is, I think it's called Liverpool 1. Now the reason we're going with that is because we've had a couple of big injuries. So Sadio Mane's now got a broken leg. He's out for 5 months. Lamar is still injured for a couple more weeks, and Danny Ings is also injured for the next 2.5 months, I believe. So I'm trying to do something with the few attacking options we've got. Plus, I've not used these tactics yet. So we're gonna do 3 games this episode. We're gonna use each tactic. So if we go into this, it's the first time I've seen this actually on this skin. It's quite nice. So we've got Sturridge, Firmino, and we've got Coutinho, Henderson, Chan, Lallana, and obviously Klein, Keane, Romagnoli. Lindelof is not going to do very well here today because he still hasn't learned the position properly, but we want to get him to learn that position with Perrin in goal. Obviously Pickford's on the bench. We've got Gomez and Johnny to give plenty of cover across the back. Moreno just in case Lindelof really does fuck up. Milner, Sousa, and Origi. We should be able to change formation should we need to. Let's continue this team talk. Should we tell them the fans are threat? Fully expect you to end our poor form here. There we go. Didn't like it. They're like, well, what do you want us to do? We're only Liverpool. You're a big team. Not anymore. Pretty much. That's pretty much how it is. So, we're the only team playing today, so let's get the match stats up. Skip that. We'll go from there. So, yeah, I do apologise about the last episode. It actually dragged on a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I may even sort of put it in that, like, I might not even add it in to the actual playlist. I might make a... No, I will plan to add it into the playlist. I'll just put a big note on it saying the Borefest episode. I'll call it the Borefest episode. Perrin, good save. Because it was a bit of a fucking snorefest, wasn't it? I just wanted to show you how I do my ins and outs and how much I panic. Pretty much. Let's give him a bit of a team talk. We should be... oh, Sturridge just got a knock. Lovely. What a fucking surprise. Have we got anyone to replace him? No. Ings is injured. I suppose we could put Firmino up front. Let's do that. We don't want to risk anything worse. So let's switch him and Firmino, and we'll give the youngster Sousa a run out on the pitch. Almost 60 minutes on the pitch he'll get. But it's going to be good for him. It's going to be good for his development. That's what we need. We need him to develop. He's going to be a star for this team over the next 5 years, the next 5 seasons that we intend to be here. Obviously, at this rate, we might only be here for another 3 matches because we're not having a good time so far. We're not doing very well at all. It'd be kind of embarrassing if I have to end this series like 5 more games in. In fact, it'd be very embarrassing. Not happy with the performance, getting fired up. We need more out of you guys. Need more. Problem is, I still haven't really got... Obviously, I know I've changed the tactics quite a lot. They still haven't really got the tactics down. They don't seem to really know what they're doing. It's not. We've got a team of headless chickens out there. Should we make a substitution as well? Stoke have made one. Let's have a look. Lindelof, surprisingly doing well in the position he doesn't know. It's good to see. Anyone tired? Not really. Let's take Henderson off. Bring Milner on. He's got a yellow card. That's my theory around that. And you know what? We'll bring on Gomez. He's still young. Still needs to improve. We'll bring Lindelof off. We get Gomez on for a bit. I feel like it's going to be a good shout. He needs to... He's still young. He's English as well. And he just needs to be able to G up a little bit, I guess. I signed far too many defenders in that transfer window. Signed Romagnoli, Keane, Johnny, Lindelof, Rodriguez. It's 5 defenders I signed. And this is a 0-0 ball draw away from home, isn't it? Show some fucking passion. Nick the ball, score a goal. That's 0-0. Better than a loss. That is dog shit. Not happy. Absolute dog shit. So, what have we got going on? Sturridge has now been injured for 7 to 11 days. Lindelof made a debut. Good to see. So yeah, as you can see, we're sort of struggling at the minute for for anything up front. We've got one striker available to us, two strikers available to us. Sorry. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We've got Chelsea next as well. So Lamar's got another 3 to 7 days. He won't be back for Chelsea. Mane's like 4 to 5 months. Sturridge, he won't be for Chelsea. Ings not going to be there for Chelsea. It's not good, is it? It's not good. We were looking to change the tactics. Can we do anything with our reserves? Yandanda. No. I think I'd rather just play someone who doesn't know how to play up front. Could we get Sousa to play up front? No. Coutinho could possibly do it. He's got a red, yeah. So if we need to, we'll bring Coutinho forward into that striker role. I'm going to do this one again, a bit like how I did episode 2, where it was uncircumcised, uncut. We're going to get 3 games out. If you like it, do let me know. If not, I'll go back to how I do it on Journeyman, where I cut in and out. Just let me know. That's all I can do. We tried to sign with Sabile, but it was cancelled. Now, he couldn't get a work permit. Now, the reason I wanted to sign him is because he's 17 and he just looks fucking good. His potential ability is just amazing. But we can't get a work permit, and I don't think... I've already had a look. Yeah, I can't ask for an affiliate club. We've got an affiliate club already. I wanted someone where we could send him abroad, but apparently not. I'll have to wait a little bit longer. Once, hopefully, just before the January transfer window, we'll be able to ask for another affiliate. We'll see if we can get somewhere for a permit, somewhere in Belgium, like Antwerp, you know, somewhere like that. Loan him out for a bit, because I feel like he's going to be a solid signing. I still want fucking... I'm still disappointed. I don't know if you saw the last episode, if you sort of dozed out and sort of went, oh, I'll come back to the next one, this one's getting shit. I can't blame you, but we looking for a guy called Yannis Horn. We tried going in for him, and I fucked it up because Nick Cannon ended up doing the negotiations for the wages, and he pissed him off so much that he didn't want to sign for us anymore. We put in like 4 more offers for him. Every time he's like, nah, I'm alright, mate. You fucked it up. But we could have used him. I mean, obviously you can turn around and say, okay, well, you already got a shitload of defenders, mate. What do you need another defender for? Just could have used another defender, especially him. We need a left back. Lallana's form. Thing is, I don't want to praise their form when I end up him doing anything. Should we hold a team meeting? Let's hold a team meeting. Team meeting. Assertive. How's that? A nice jump up. We needed that team meeting. So the morale's gone up just before this Chelsea game. And we definitely fucking needed that morale boost. That was just not... Our run of form so far is terrible, and I'm really worried about losing this job. I am genuinely really worried about losing this job. So let's go into the tactics. Let's go to pool 2. So what have we got so far? All of these guys good in their positions. The only one that's not is Firmino. So let's switch these guys around like that. Does that work? Or is that better? That's better, isn't it? And then, yeah. Lindelof's still not really sort of feeling his position, but that's what we're going to go with for the Chelsea game. Just to try out the different tactics we've got going on here. What else we got going on? Not really much happening. Santos have got a loan deal of some sort. Okay, never mind. We tried to sign this guy as well, Kenny Tete. They wanted far too much for him. I feel like he would have been a very good signing, but they did want just far too much money for him. Weren't really worth putting in the effort to try to sign him, if that makes sense. Come on, we've got to get a fucking win against Chelsea. Come on, they suck. No, we're not going to switch tactics. There's a reason we're sticking with the tactic. I feel like we definitely need to just stick with the tactics. Let them get used to it. There's no familiarity with the tactics yet. That's the issue. That's the issue that we're having. Hopefully we can get that solved. Hopefully we definitely need to start looking at the tactics and going, yeah. If we do this, we do that. Let's just whether it will or not. It will be a shorter episode today, by the way, guys. A lot shorter than the hour that we had for the previous one. Let's just submit the team. I would like to have... The thing is, do I really want to risk playing Lindelof at left back? I know he needs to learn left back position, but do we really want to risk him now? I mean, he didn't have a bad game, that's the thing. Yeah, we'll leave him there. If we need to bring Moreno in, we'll bring Moreno in. Yeah, it will be a shorter episode. We're going to go up to the Derby match, and the Derby match, that'll be the end of it. So we're going to try and stick to 3 games an episode. I feel like maybe that doesn't make it too long. Also, me and the wife are going to head out in a bit. We're going to do a little bit of shopping, and it's in another town, so we're going to drive a little way. It's not a case of we have to go to another town, but the particular shop that we want to go to, they don't have it where we are. So that's basically it. So to get to that shop, we do have to go to another town. I mean, it's a much smaller town than the one we're in. So it does surprise me that it's there and not here, but it's a little bit of a posher town and it's a little bit of a posher shop. But yeah, it's maternity clothes, basically. So we are at home against Chelsea here. Show some passion. Should we have a look at the latest scores, shall we? Oh, it's only us. This is the highlight of today. Is this Monday Night Football by any chance? David Luiz with a big throw-in. Perrin taking control. Let's concentrate, guys. We need to concentrate. Victor Lindelof with a charge up the middle there. I'm glad we signed Lindelof, actually. Origi. And we're 1-0 up against Chelsea. Well done, Origi. We needed that, mate. We needed that. That was a lovely bit of play. Can we hold on to it, though? That's the thing. They've got another chance here with that cross. David Luiz, Fabregas. This looks like a goal. Yeah. And N'Golo fucking Kante. So let's get these guys to passionate. Concentrate. I like my concentrates. I could do I wonder if we can try a Loki Doki Cheeky Calm concentrate. I wonder if that's something we could do. If you don't know who Loki Doki is, I do recommend you check out his channel. He is a much more polished YouTuber than I am. He's a much better Football Manager player than I am as well. Alright. Passionate. Happy performance so far. Everyone liked that. Can we please get a win here against Chelsea? I mean, don't get me wrong. The way we've been playing recently, and the fact we have no familiarity with the tactic, and the guys aren't really sort of bonded, and they don't really know how to play with each other yet. There's no, match team cohesion, shall we say? I'd be happy with a 1-0. I would. Origi, beautiful cross from that. Did you see that fucking cross? That was a fantastic ball. It's a shame Origi couldn't do anything with it. This looks and smells like a goal. Diego Costa in. Yeah. No good. Let's try an attacking tactic with this. Aggressively push forward. So we're going to make a couple of substitutions, I feel. So, who though? I didn't realise I left out a striker. Shit. So if we bring... Coutinho's not playing well in that position. So we'll switch Lallana in and take Coutinho out for Milner. I'm not going to bring Serza on today. Bring Klein out for Gomez. No, undo that last one. Let's bring Johnny on. He hasn't really played yet, has he? So, and then if we need to, we can make another sub in a bit. We need to. We went fucking 1-0 up and now we're losing 2-1. Pissed off at that. And we've had all the possession. I know I had all possession, but we've had all of the shots. Let's get Gomez on now. Fuck it, might as well. For Keane. We need a goal, so he brings on a defender. Yeah. I know. Why the fuck? I'm so pissed off at that. 16 shots compared to their 4. We score 1 goal, they score 2. Guys, can we please do something here? Can we get a 2-all? I mean, don't get me wrong. I would say that was relatively promising. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased, because I am. But I would argue that was relatively promising, mostly because I say I've got no team cohesion at all. So if we go to the tactics, you look at the familiarity, it's fuck all. Same as that one, same as that one. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. Plus, we've got a few players out. I mean, I would like to have started Sturridge. I would like to have had Mane on the bench. Lamar, I think, is going to be good. And obviously, Lindelof still hasn't really learnt the position yet. But for the next game, we're going to go with this tactic. Which does mean that Coutinho is going to be going down to sub 7. Johnny's going to step in. Or should we go with Gomez? Gomez is going to step in. You know what? Lamar should be back from injury by this game. Scheduled to come back tomorrow. So we'll bring Lamar back in and we'll give him 10 minutes at the end of the derby game. I feel like we need to win this derby game to basically turn our fortunes around. We need a win. Really do need a win. And then when we come back for the next episode, we've got Southampton. Fuck. It's a tough run of games, to be fair. It is a tough run of games, apart from the derby game and, you know, the Fulham game. We're just doing shit. I'm really, really embarrassed about how poorly we are playing. I'm really embarrassed about some of the signings we made, actually. I feel like I've just saw money and panicked and bought who I could. We really could have got better players in, basically. We should have got better players in. A lot better players, but yeah, didn't quite do that, did I? May have to resolve that in the January transfer window. We'll see if we can get Horn in the transfer window, and I'll see if we can get ourselves a decent striker. We don't get wrong with decent strikers, but we'll see if we can get someone a bit more. I don't actually know. Do we want a solid? No, we'd want a solid centre midfielder, really, don't we? A really strong one to sit alongside Henderson. Because I want to keep Henderson in the team. He is going to be the club captain. He's English as well, and you need a certain amount of English players. I just feel like maybe getting someone really sort of fucking dog shit solid. Not dog shit solid, because dog shit is usually a bit soft. That's why he's standing all the time. It's horrible stuff. But, you know, an absolute fucking brick wall midfielder. I think that's what we need. And then N'Golo Kante, maybe, even though he's tiny. Just let's get smashing through. I've also, before the start of this episode, I added it won't take into effect until next season, but I added the Portuguese league in, like the Portuguese Premier League, just because it gives us a little bit more sort of play with regards to youth players. Obviously, youth players being, I don't know what it is about Portuguese youth players, they're always fucking amazing. So yeah, we've got Lindelof there. I'm wondering if we switch Lindelof into the centre and bring Gomez out, actually, just for this, just so he can play a semi-decent game. Switch him with Romagnoli. Yeah. That works better. We've got a striker we can put on the bench. Not really. So if we need to, we've got Coutinho. We can just chuck him up front. So this is tactic free. It's not really the best way of doing this, is it? Because we're playing 3 teams of differing strength. Not really a good way of seeing how the tactic works. Let's apply that advice. I'm going to be aggressive. Apparently someone switched off. We should be winning this though. Really? Who switched off as well? Firmino. Cunt. So, keep it on standard. Show some passion. What are the latest scores? Let's have a look. Firmino with a nice little finish there. It was a great little ball over the top, but this is a team of a lesser standard than, say, Chelsea. Obviously. One second, I need to adjust my headset. This is getting a little bit annoying. I do need to get around to getting myself a proper microphone. Still waiting on the what do you call it, webcam. Supposedly that's going to be here any time between June the 4th and June the 8th. Today is June the 4th, and it's a Sunday, so I can't imagine it's going to be here today. Hopefully it won't be here June the 8th. I'm hoping it's going to be here tomorrow. I'm actually day off tomorrow, which is a Monday, obviously. Today's a Sunday, and Tuesday. Now, Tuesday I might be going to a funeral. My wife's uncle died. I didn't really know the guy. It's 2-0 by the way. I didn't really know the guy, so I feel a bit funny about going, but I feel like maybe giving her support. I feel like a mum might want a bit of support as well. I'll get on really well with my mother-in-law. Actually, it's you get all these jokes about mother-in-laws, but she's actually a wonderful woman. She really is. Let's have a look. I'm very pleased. That'll do. I feel like we might make a substitution. I feel like maybe bringing Sousa on into midfield, just because I want him to get some time. I want him to get game time. I think we promised him game time in cup matches as well, didn't we? I think so, anyway. So I may be going there, but I'm not 100% sure I would be the right person. Not so much the right person to go. I just feel like my being there may not be the best thing. Let's get Lamar in. He's just come back from injury. He needs a bit of time, doesn't he? So give him half an hour on the pitch just to get him back into the game. So I want him back. He's going to be an absolute fucking star for us. I'm sure he is. Make one more substitution. Let's get Johnny on for Gomez. These two guys, they're going to be best friends. Honestly, they both play across the back. They're both sitting on the bench a lot of the time. Both around about the same age. They're both going to get pissed off because they're not getting enough game time. Don Lamar, stick another ball in. Origi, that's nice. So Origi got 2 this match, 1 in the other. I think Origi may be our starting striker. Just because he is scoring goals. He seems to be... He might have a hit of form. So... Let's go with a calm. Good win. Good win. Well done. So Origi got an 8.8 in that. So who else won? Leeds won. Man City lost to Bournemouth. Iheanacho scoring for them. Tottenham won 3-1. Swansea won 2-1. Sunderland won 5-0, surprisingly. Can't believe it. Let's have a look at Iheanacho. How's he? I want to scout him. 22 million. Fucking hell. So yeah, I feel like maybe, just maybe, we are going to work with... Let's go back to these tactics. I feel like pool 3 is going to be our home tactic. Pool 1 is going to be our away tactic. Pool 2, don't get me wrong, saying that, considering that no one knows this tactic, I feel like we've done pretty well against Chelsea. I feel like that's probably the worst one. So if we go back to the schedule, we drew with Stoke, lost to Chelsea, won against Derby, and we're 16th in the Premier League. That is not good, is it? That is not good at all. That's just a poor run, whereas Arsenal are like 5 games out of 5. But yeah, still, we've got to work with these tactics. That is going to be the end of the episode. So if you did enjoy the episode, obviously please do like and subscribe. Leave me a cheeky comment. Share it with your mates. Look me up on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you want some up to date. Basically, every time I post a video, obviously I know you get a notification on YouTube, but my phone's going off now. But obviously, I always get it on Twitter as well. So if you use Twitter more than you do YouTube, you're more likely to see an update of a new video on there. So do follow me on Twitter. You can catch me on Twitter at Keggedy. It's not at Kegman Plays. I'm using my old personal one. I just decided to fucking turn it into it. I don't really use it. So it's at Keggedy. It is on my channel banner, my channel artwork. So yeah, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.